And we're back. Today we're going to be going over the third episode to the HBO series Scenes from a Marriage. Before we get started, I just want to thank everybody for your comments and subscriptions. It's been amazing seeing this channel grow. If you've yet to see this episode, it's currently available on HBO and HBO Max, so I highly encourage you to check it out. There's going to be heavy spoilers in this video. If you're new to the channel, I would really appreciate it if you like, comment, and subscribe as we continue to make videos in the future. Thanks. So this episode picks up a year after the last episode where Mira decided to leave Jonathan. She visits the house to join Jonathan for a drink while Paulie is away on business. Here she shares the news that she's been promoted to the European office and she's going to be making a move to London. She makes the proposal for Jonathan and Ava to move to London as well to keep the three of them closer together. Jonathan declines the offer, taking their daughter Ava's living conditions into consideration. We later discover that Jonathan has been seeing a therapist for the last year in order to cope with the breakup. His honesty about his depression resonates with Mira on an emotional level. The two come close to having sex before Jonathan pulls back. Mira offers to leave, but then realizes she's too drunk to do so Jonathan suggests that she stays for the night. They share a bed in the study where Jonathan's been camping out since Mira's departure. Here, Jonathan receives a phone call from a woman he's been seeing. He openly tells her that Mira is staying the night and that they're sharing the same bed. This makes Mira uncomfortable to the point to where she exits the bed and heads to the kitchen. She overhears Jonathan in his relationship with his new lover and then questions his motives. Jonathan counters by saying he and Mira should have worked harder to maintain their relationship as opposed to ending it. He then plays a voicemail he received from Paulie that same morning suggesting that he and Mira are having issues within their relationship. Before Jonathan and Mira can continue their conversation, they're interrupted by Ava, who woke up in the middle of the night. Jonathan takes Ava back to bed and sings her a lullaby while Mira ponders in the kitchen with a look of regret. Now that pretty much sums up this episode, but I'd like to do a deeper dive looking at this separated couple. I equate this episode as a chess match, and I'll go over all the details that show us why. Everything we see between these two is all about maintaining frame. Mira is using happiness to protect her frame, while Jonathan is using independence to display his. During their hug, we can clearly see that Mira still has strong feelings for Jonathan, however he is the first one to pull away. Although he is still in love with Mira, he's trying his best not to display vulnerability in this situation. Displaying his emotions is something Jonathan is still struggling with. Shortly after this, Mira is happy to explain that she's received a promotion that's going to cause her to move to London. This is her attempt to get her family back together without saying it. Although the gesture is sincere, it is inconsiderate.
Don't rule it out. That's all I'm asking.
Okay, don't rule it out. Of course I'm going to rule it out. What do you think they were just like a suitcase that you can pack up and take with you? We're going to follow you wherever you feel like going, no matter how disruptive it is for Ava and for me.
Okay, speak for yourself. I'm sure Ava would be really
No,
happy
I think I
about
will
this.
speak for Ava because obviously somebody needs to.
With the information Jonathan has based on the voicemail he received from Paulie, he's clearly aware that Mira has some sort of a hidden agenda.
Mira, I know you. You wouldn't bring all this up if you didn't have a plan. What do you want?
Understanding that Mira is willing to come back, he uses this as leverage to showcase his independence.
While we're on the subject, I should probably start talking a little bit about the divorce.
Divorce?
Yeah, it just seems like we should start settling things, don't you think?
Sure, if it's important to you.
Identifying this as a sign that her window to get back with Jonathan might be closing, she uses this as an opportunity to pry into his personal life.
Why? Are you thinking about getting remarried? Are you seeing someone?
What does that have to do with anything?
So you are.
Oh, leave me alone.
Jonathan plays it cool by not answering the question. This builds mystery and entices Mira. When Mira discovers the upstairs section of the house is not being used, this is when reality hits. When she goes into the master bedroom, she sees that all of her things are packed. Instead of acknowledging that this portion of her life that once was is now being erased, she tries to mask it with happiness.
Silly attachment to furniture. A myth of a home.
She even goes on to say that her loneliness is a sign of strength. When Mira finds out that Jonathan is now going to a therapist to help him cope through the breakup, she sees this as a sign of strength, as this is something she has yet to build the courage to do. Nor did she think that this was something Jonathan would ever do, because he is not the type of person to express his emotions. When she asks Jonathan to get his therapy book and read it to her, it's not only for her benefit, It's also for the benefit to see if Jonathan is a person that she would like to be with emotionally. She wants to know his thoughts. When John finally reciprocates, she wraps herself in a blanket on the couch. This symbolizes that this is the first time within this episode that she actually feels at home again. As Jonathan reads the journal, we learn about his parents. What stands out is how he describes his father's dominance and high expectations. This goes back to my analysis of the first episode as far as John needing reassurance as a financially stable man. We also get an honest assessment as far as his involvement that led up to the breakup with Mira. This level of emotional honesty that he's never shown Mira in the past causes her to gravitate towards him even more. However, Jonathan's logic does not allow him to go forward. He understands the damage that it can cause him. This is where we get the best scene in the episode, where John opens up about how hard the last 12 months have been. Unable to get Jonathan to reciprocate, Mira decides to leave, but not before saying this.
If Polly wasn't coming, would that change anything for you?
Again, referring back to the voicemail left by Polly, Jonathan responds with this.
What's Polly have to do with anything?
Mira goes to leave, but then soon runs back into Jonathan's arms, claiming that she's too drunk to drive. We see how Mira wraps herself around Jonathan's arm and rests her head on his shoulder. This symbolizes that John has regained her emotional trust by finally opening up to her. The reason I feel Mira gets out of bed and goes to the kitchen after overhearing Jonathan on the phone with his lover, she's reliving that moment when she told John about Polly. Not only does it bring up past memories to be upset with herself, she's also upset with Jonathan for his hypocrisy. After she confronts Jonathan about his actions, this is when he finds the time to share the voicemail from Polly to her. We can tell by the voicemail that things between Mira and Polly have not been going well, and Polly is more than willing to let her go. This goes back to my points in episode 2 where I said that Polly is a man who's going to have way too many options, and dealing what he would view as a burden with Mira is something he's not going to want to do long term. Jonathan does this to show Mira what she's doing. He knows that if he agrees to get back with Mira, that he would be the new emotional connection and she wouldn't feel so guilty about leaving Polly. That's not to say that he won't, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Sadly, we don't get a response from Mira in this situation as we get interrupted by Ava. As Jonathan puts Ava back to sleep, he sings a Sandman song. I found this interesting because Sandman is a reference to the Neil Gaiman comic book of the same name. If you're familiar with Nerdwriter, he did a very good video on this same topic about 5 years ago. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. To sum it up, he goes over how humans don't understand the price of what they want, they only see the prize, and how the price of getting what you want is getting what you once wanted. So as Mira stands in the kitchen by herself, I believe that this reflects how she truly feels. This was another brilliant episode, and I can't wait to see what happens next week with episode 4. I can't stress enough how these two actors are killing it. As far as the standout goes, I would give Oscar Isaac the slight edge. I really like the character arc. He's gained so much strength since the last time we saw him in the previous episode, and it really shines through here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Peace.